In a surprising twist, DJI, the global leader in drones and stabilization gear, might be stepping into the mirrorless camera market. That's the rumor currently making the rounds after a now-deleted tweet from DJI support sparked speculation. When a Twitter user asked about the possibility of a DJI mirrorless camera arriving in 2025, DJI replied with a cryptic yet intriguing message: "Please stay tuned with us as our mysterious new product will be launched soon." That tweet didn't stay up long, but the damage, or perhaps the hype, was already done. With the tweet gone, curiosity has only grown, and the photography world is now on alert. It wouldn't be a random leap if DJI plans to launch a mirrorless camera. It would be a calculated expansion. DJI has already cemented its reputation for delivering cutting-edge camera tech in the drone and cinema space. Think of the DJI Ronin 4D, a gimbal-mounted cinema camera that shook up traditional production workflows. That system proved that DJI doesn't just understand stabilization, it understands imaging. So it makes perfect sense that the company would consider translating its cinema know-how into a standalone camera system. This kind of move could also be about taking more control over the camera ecosystem. DJI has always relied on third-party cameras in its drones and gimbals. Creating their mirrorless camera could reduce that dependence and open the door for tighter integration between hardware and software. DJI's Ronin 4D is already being used in big-budget productions. It's been spotted on the sets of Civil War and the upcoming F1 movie, proving that DJI's camera gear can hang with the best of them. The Ronin 4D combines a stabilized gimbal, 6K or 8K recording capabilities, and a full-frame sensor, all in one compact rig. If DJI applies this same innovation to a mirrorless camera, it could appeal not only to filmmakers, but also to hybrid shooters who want both excellent video and photography performance. And let's not forget, DJI knows how to build cameras that balance performance and usability. Their drone-mounted cameras, like the ones on the Mavic 3 Pro, already feature triple lens systems, long battery life, and excellent dynamic range. A mirrorless camera developed under the same philosophy could shake things up, especially if it maintains a sleek, travel-friendly form factor. This is where things get interesting. DJI owns a majority stake in Hasselblad, the legendary Swedish camera manufacturer known for its medium-format masterpieces. While Hasselblad cameras traditionally cater to a niche, high-end photography market, they are revered for their color science, build quality, and clean image output. Here's the key: most of Hasselblad's sensors are actually made by Sony. So if DJI is developing a mirrorless camera with Hasselblad input, we could be looking at a Sony-made sensor, enhanced with Hasselblad's color science, all inside a DJI body packed with their signature stabilization tech. It's the ultimate triple threat. A DJI mirrorless camera using a Hasselblad-tuned sensor might not just aim to match Canon, Sony, and Nikon. It could try to beat them at their own game. Think about the color fidelity of a Hasselblad, the reliability of a Sony sensor, and DJI's own stabilization and UI software. That could be a serious weapon for content creators. That now vanished tweet has become a central part of this mystery. In most cases, companies either stay quiet or flat out deny rumors. DJI's choice to post a teasing message, then delete it, adds fuel to the fire. Was it an accidental early reveal, a controlled leak to stir buzz, or a deliberate misdirect to cover an entirely different product launch? It's possible the tweet was referring to something else entirely, maybe a new gimbal or an upgraded version of the Ronin 4D. But the phrasing, especially the part about a mysterious new product, has fans leaning hard toward the mirrorless camera theory. Deleting the tweet only reinforces the sense that something big is brewing behind closed doors. There's no official spec sheet yet, but based on DJI's history, here's what their mirrorless camera could realistically offer. Expect a full-frame sensor, likely made by Sony, with input from Hasselblad on color calibration and dynamic range. DJI's gimbal expertise could give this camera some of the best in body image stabilization, IBIS we've seen, or even a new hybrid system that integrates digital and mechanical stabilization. Much like Panasonic's approach with the GH and S series, DJI might prioritize video features, internal RAW, ProRes recording, advanced autofocus for video, and maybe even built-in ND filters. DJI's Ronin 4D is modular to its core. A mirrorless camera following that same path could let users add accessories like external recorders, EVFs, or even wireless control units without needing a cage or rig. This alone could make it a compelling option for portrait and landscape photographers who crave clean, filmic tones straight out of the camera. Of course, DJI wouldn't be walking into an empty ring. The mirrorless market is stacked. Sony leads with its Alpha series. Canon's EOS R line continues to evolve. Nikon is climbing with its Z series. Even Panasonic, Fujifilm, and OM System hold strong positions in their respective niches. Each of these brands has well-established lens ecosystems, loyal user bases, and years of firmware refinement behind them. DJI, by contrast, would be starting from scratch, unless they license a mount like the Leica L mount or somehow adapt to existing systems. Developing a new lens mount from the ground up could be risky and expensive, but it might also allow DJI to create purpose-built lenses optimized for stabilization and video work. Still, DJI isn't exactly a small startup. They have the resources, the R&D, and the manufacturing power to pull this off. The real question is whether they can create a system compelling enough to lure users away from their current brands, or at least convince them to add DJI to their kit. At this point, all we have is speculation. There's no official confirmation from DJI, no leaked specs or prototype photos, just a deleted tweet and a long list of possibilities. Still, if DJI does release a mirrorless camera in 2025, it could be one of the biggest shakeups in the photography world since Sony dropped the A7. The combination of DJI's innovation, Hasselblad's legacy, and modern sensor tech could result in a mirrorless camera that blurs the line between cinema and photography. And if the pricing is competitive, this could be a major hit among solo creators, documentary filmmakers, and even high-end professionals. Until then, the photography community will keep watching DJI's every move, hoping for a glimpse of what could be the next major player in the mirrorless game.